How you doing? How you doing? And how you doing, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Patty. First off, I appreciate you stopping by today. And second off, oh, this game is so beautiful. And your boy's going to be spending half of this video with his head cranked to the side because this game is so green, tries to make your boy see through. Look, 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 look. You can see with the microphone right now. You can see the bush in there, okay? I'm spitting through the game. But I wanted to go ahead and make a video where I basically talk about all my favorite things so far. So if you didn't catch yesterday, we did a 30-minute video to the channel and everything that had like the first initial little bit of gameplay. Over on my Twitch channel, I did about the next 2 hours of gameplay, and then later in the day, I went ahead and streamed a little bit over on YouTube and captured about like the next hour, hour and a half of the game. So you can essentially, between my channel on YouTube and on Twitch, you can watch the first couple hours of the game and see exactly what it's like playing through. I'm absolutely in love with this game. So our video today is going to basically just be covering all of our favorite things in it so far and just kind of talk about where we're at, give some pointers and tips, and yeah, and just show it a little bit of love. Because I'm angry at everything else in my life right now that's keeping me from being able to play just this. Like, I'm going to be doing a bunch of tile work this weekend, and I'm just going to be so mad at those little squares. But this game is absolutely beautiful, and it is so much fun. So let's go ahead and take a look at a couple of things. So one of the first things that I kind of want to touch on is just like the character equipment and everything like that, because I've gotten, about 6-8 hours into the game now. So I'm at the point where I'm actually getting somewhat close to like, little baby builds on some of my people. So nothing real crazy on our main guy here. We're essentially going with artifacts that are, a little bit of crit rate, you know what I mean? And then just increase the healing amount that he's getting. I could switch out that first set piece for something better, but I've got stuff on this guy trying to boost his attack as much as I can, because really this man is, essentially your wind guy. All right, so before we get too deep into this, quick reference to this right here. Shout out to the people that put together the fan media kit for the Genshin Impact content creators. If I get links for their stuff and everything, I'll put them in the description down below, so definitely check for that stuff. But essentially, your main character is Swirl. So if we're looking up at this top corner here, Swirl absorbs the first element it comes in contact with and spreads it to a larger area, dealing that element's damage. So your main character has a lot of flexibility in which they can kind of, control elemental reactions because they have the ability to, spread it and everything. So if one target has something that you want to try and spread to the whole group, you can use your main character to facilitate that and then switch to other elemental characters and be able to do some really creative stuff. So that's why I've got this guy built a little bit, for attack and a little bit damage because he has a little bit more play than everybody else. My girl here is really just there to show up and set things on fire. I'm not going to lie. Amber is amazing. I'm sure some people really, really love her. But if I get another character that has fire element on it, I'm not saying the girl's gone, but, But she's a lot of fun. Our boy here, yeah, he's doing okay. He's got the similar build to Amber here because I really just use him for freezing and not a whole lot else. But our girl down here at the end, Lisa, is showing up to work. I swear to God, she's showing up twice, and I'm completely okay with her clocking in, 2 times on the clock because she is showing up for work. And obviously, I've got a little bit more special build on her because she is where I'm getting a lot of damage right now. So we can see I've got the instructor set on her where we're increasing elemental mastery, and then after using elemental skill, increase all party members elemental mastery by 160 for 8 seconds. So in terms of elemental reactions, you're doing a lot of switching in between your characters depending on what you're fighting, what ailments might be present on them, what stuff is in the environment. Like if there's a pool of water or it's raining outside, this girl becomes just the beacon of death. She will absolutely destroy everything for me, and I feel a little bad. Like there's some guilt there, because it's so nasty. But we'll showcase a little bit of that stuff here in a second. Something that I've personally been waiting for, because I wanted to do this in a video, is your boy wants to make some wishes. So we're gonna test some RNG. For those of you that are in the beta right now, from what several people have told me, it's really good to go for this beginner's wish and then start trying to, you know, save your Prima gems and everything for when they have some specific banners. Because the chance you're gonna get Jean out of this is not super great. So we're gonna pull this, pray a little bit, see if our gacha luck is doing us anything. And then hopefully, because we've got, you know, we're still relatively early in the game, still have a good chance to unlock and get some more stuff. By the time a banner comes out, maybe in the next couple of days to a week, I should have enough to be able to at least roll on that once, which, you know, I'm just going to beg for it a little bit. Just a little bit. And I also haven't seen these animations at all yet, so, okay. Are we starting off with a 4-star sword already? That's beautiful. One of the hardest things I've found so far is upgrading the 2 sword characters I have. Their weapons are little tough. Okay. Don't have anyone using great swords yet, but that's all right. See, we're also getting shards with this, and that's pretty cool. All right. Ooh. Okay. For some reason, I thought that was going to be a little shinier. Okay, we got another blue. Okay. Well, that's great for Amber. That is great for Amber. And I think there's a spear girl that once I reach a certain level, there's an event going on right now that I should be able to unlock. So, and there's our girl Noelle. I appreciate you showing up. I would be real happy to see something else crazy pop up. You know, your boy's not the luckiest man in the world, but but you know what? We got a sword. We got Noelle. I can't complain too much. And I'm really hoping that I can put this on the main character, because that will be nice. Ooh, and it's got elemental mastery on it too. God. Okay. Alright, I'm okay with that. Oh no. Alright, be right back in a second. Well, and we're back. Kinda. So, as I was just trying to talk myself through that, you know, those wishes and everything like that, you know, telling myself that RNG just doesn't love everybody, I was fine with it. We got another 4-star weapon. Everything was cool. Subconscious decided, nah, bro, let's just close out that whole game. We restarted it, recorded another 8 minutes of footage, and then my computer just crashed out of absolutely nowhere. And that whole video file is now corrupted. So, welcome to part 2 that's really part 3, because part 2 got completely assassinated. Just RIP to you, brother. So we got to recover some ground now. So real quick, before I get too far in, the new chick is cool. Not going to do too much with her. She is Geo, which I'm super excited about. So let's real quick actually flip back to, to the reaction chart. And again, shout out to the mods and everything that put this together. So if you see down here at the bottom, it says there exist 7 major elements in the world of Genshin Impact: Pyro, Hydro, Cryo, Electro, Anemo, Dendro, and Geo. So Anemo is what your main character is. That's basically wind. If you see the swirl thing up at the top, that's what it's kind of referring to. And, you know, wind has a special interaction with everything because it essentially takes whatever the first thing it comes into contact with and spreads it. You know, that's true with fire, electricity, all the fun stuff. And we'll show some examples of some of that here in a minute. But what we kind of want to take a look at is Dendro and Geo, and I just got a Geo character, but I still don't have a Dendro, so keep an eye out. We're going to do a video, hopefully in the next couple of days, where we do a breakdown of all of the elemental reactions and do a video specifically to that. But for a video where we're just talking about Petty's favorite things and how much he's loving this game, we can absolutely just real quick, just go over here, bring out our girl Amber, set a little bit of grass on fire, and then use our boy to just burn it all to the ground. This is one of the coolest elemental mechanics I've ever seen worked into any game. Since, you know, the beginning of time, RPGs have had, you know, like, oh, elemental effects on a weapon and everything like that. And some go the extra level and say if you're fighting a fire monster and you've got a fire thing on your weapon, that you either heal the monster with that fire damage or it just is immune to it altogether. And that's, you know, usually as deep as it goes. This game has elemental reactions and everything like that. So if we pop back and look at the chart and everything, say you've got something that's on fire and then you hit it with electricity, you're gonna get, you know, overload, which is like the north to middle thing on the pie chart-ish thing above my head, where it says overload creates a massive explosion that deals pyro AoE damage. And that's super nice, super nice. And you can kind of read all of these and see that they all do a little bit of a different thing. One of my favorite things is superconduct, where you hit something that is either frozen or has electro active on it, and you hit it with either you know, cryo or, you know, electricity, or, you know, electro, sorry. And it, you know, deals AoE damage and then reduces the target's defense so that they're taking more damage. That's a great thing to, you know, get up on the targets immediately and then start trying to bully them a little bit. So let's see if we can actually find some stuff somewhere to bully. Is there any people around here? I don't think so. I think we kind of cleared this out when I was trying to do the original part 2. Let's go up here. There should be some dudes up in the mountains. There's always, man, in the mountains. But this is by far one of the most engaging combat things that I've found in any game in a hot minute. Like, it is just non-stop fun pretty much the whole time. Like, it's just, it makes the combat so unique. And when combat is one of the main things you're doing in a game, you want that combat to feel good. You want it to have depth. You don't want it to feel flat and, you know, become boring over time. So, oh, they're gonna cast rain clouds for me? That's just not fair. Now we're just gonna electro charge and blow this poor little guy up. He didn't deserve that. He didn't deserve that at all. And now your boy's a little frozen. So let's you want to do that again? Aw, thank you. Aw, yeah, there we go. Now that man's frozen. Hydro and cryo freezes a man in place. That's very, very, very nice. And he keeps that effect on him for a little while. Like, you can see him out of the cloud. He still has it on him. Yeah, we can still freeze him. Now, it does drop after a little while, and you can see that, you know, gets removed. And, you want to come this way out of the thing? He's still got the effect on him, and we're still able to spread it. If there was other people around, now they would have the water effect on him as well. And again, that just means I can do some sick, nasty damage and just blow this poor man's up. Oh, he's level 24. He should probably be a little bit harder to kill than that. Alright, so real quick, I want to see if I can try and show how some will cancel each other out. Or kind of take precedence might be a better way to, let's go ahead and just knock him into that. Excuse me, sir. Can you go towards the fiery pit, sir? Please, sir. Aw, didn't get to him in time. So if I get, you know, set him on fire and then he casts his thing, you know, he'll hit himself with vaporize and then the fire element will be gone. So if my goal is to set him on fire and then use electricity to overload him and cause, you know, fire explosions to happen, he can do that and essentially wipe that, you know, and I'm going to get a different effect on it, but it's just one of the ways that there's a lot of interactions with how just the elements work within the game and how it affects your actual gameplay and everything, because you're constantly, you know, trying to keep track of what your environment is like, what's happening in it, what you can utilize around you and everything. Like if I have a bunch of people around me, and I want to do some decent AoE damage, I can set grass on fire, be standing on top of rock, use this to set everything else on fire, and now anything that's having to fight me is having to stand in an area where they're going to be taking damage the whole time, you know, while I'm beating on them. So like there's just so many layers and so many fun things that you can do with that level of interaction that it's amazing. It's amazing, and I can't wait to get more characters and everything. So you know, elemental stuff is a huge part of what I'm loving so far. And the game's just so big. Like, you see me running around. I've ran around very small areas in this huge map, and I could, if I wanted to, go from where I am right now and run all the way down here without a single loading screen. For a game to have this level of depth, this big of a world, and like for this to be on a mobile game is absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Like, this is 100% something that, you know, deserves to be a $60 title on consoles and PC. Like, it is absolutely amazing. And yeah, I can't wait to keep playing it. I'm gonna go ahead and try to get some stuff up on Twitch today and do a little bit of streaming before I go and work on that tile work. And then also tonight try and get some videos done so that I can have those upload tomorrow while I'm working on tile. And then hopefully be able to do an evening stream at some point if I'm not too dead. So I appreciate you guys. I hope you enjoyed checking out some of the stuff that I find really interesting. And yeah, if you're in the beta, I hope you're enjoying it as much as I am, and everyone else. I hope this game comes out so soon so that everyone is able to play this, because it is so satisfying, and I can't say enough good things about it. It is just so much fun. All right, guys, thank you so much. I appreciate your faces. You have to catch your boy in the next one, because we out of here. Deuces.